United States Congress and County of Ventura with us here this afternoon. Now, without further ado, it is my sincere pleasure to introduce a woman who has served on the Thousand Oaks City Council since 2002, who has played an integral part in the community by serving on a diverse group of boards and committees, and who is now completing her second term as the mayor of Thousand Oaks, Claudia Bill-de la Peña.
Good afternoon, everybody. We have a great turnout today. Thank you. I'm very pleased to see all of you here today. But before I speak, I have something important to say, as Groucho Marx once said. As someone who has spent 25 years in the broadcasting industry, I am excited to announce that today's State of the City is airing live on TOTV for the very first time. Scott Mitnick, where are the teleprompters? They're not here yet. And I'm also looking for makeup. Maybe next year. All right. The last time I stood here, we introduced pictures for the very first time. And today, there will be more than just pictures. We'll also have a video presentation, and as you just heard, we're also being broadcast live. And it was also 7 years ago that I stood here at the Hyatt, and I'm very pleased to be back. All right, many thanks to Chair Kristen Davis and CEO Jill Lederer of the Greater Conejo Valley Chamber of Commerce for hosting this wonderful event and for being a great partner. Thanks also to the Hyatt for allowing us to use this wonderful facility. I also want to thank several people who are here today. First and foremost, my family. Nobody can do this without having the support at home. So I want to thank my husband, Dr. Bill-de la Peña, for taking care of the twins when I wasn't at home. Thank you. And also my mother, Maria, and my sister, Michelle, who took care of the twins when I was traveling to Washington. So thank you very much. And he has left already. Jay Jackson is a long friend of mine. He performed the national anthem. We go back 20 years. He is an actor on Parks and Recreation as well as Scandal. So he did me a favor today by coming today to do the national anthem. All right. I also want to thank my colleagues who are all here today. Mayor Pro Tem Andy Fox. Andy has served on the council for a long time, and he is now, after the departure of Dennis Gillette and Tom Glancy, our elder statesman. So thank you for your insight. You worked very hard this year, especially mediating a very difficult case between a developer of Miller Ranch and the residents. You did that on your weekends, time off. You even invited staff to do it. Well, I'm not sure if inviting is the right word. But you are someone who works tirelessly and even gives up weekends to do that. So the residents and the council really appreciates that. Councilmember Jackie Irwin, you are everywhere, it seems, at all times, a fierce advocate for the youth of our community, and most recently now with the introduction of the internship program, which is being done in concert with the Chamber of Commerce, and it is to promote local businesses and to encourage them actually to invite high school teenagers, high school students to do internships at their companies, to get experience that way. So I think that is a wonderful idea, and thank you for doing that, and thank you also to the Chamber and the local businesses. Councilmember Joel Price, who is in law enforcement, is a wonderful representative of the League of California Cities. He represents the city of Thousand Oaks on the League of California Cities on a public safety committee, and also on various other committees and commissions in Ventura County, including the Sanitation District, which is actually a very, very important job. And Councilmember Al Adam, who is right out there trying to recruit businesses to Thousand Oaks. You are very gung-ho about that, and also very much an advocate of the pension reform, which we accomplished earlier this year. The city is about to enter into a new dawn. We've been 50 years in the making, and this past year has served as a bridge into a new era, almost literally when you think about the Wendy Drive Bridge. Just take a moment and think about how far this once sleepy community has come. Gone are the sheep herders, and cowboys which once roamed the rolling hills. They've made way for a vibrant, carefully planned community thanks to founders who had a vision. They laid an important foundation, and the city is still building upon that foundation today. Take, for example, our community attitude survey. Every few years, we ask residents for feedback on certain topics and quality of life. These surveys help us establish policies that enhance our community. In 2012, I'm pleased to say that the city continued to receive high marks in many areas. For example, 97% of residents rate the quality of life as excellent or good. 90% are satisfied with city services. The highest marks come in the areas of public safety, including police and fire, library services, and maintaining public infrastructure. We've also seen success in the area of arts and entertainment. 87% of attendees at the Civic Arts Plaza rate their experience as good or excellent. The city is constantly thriving, or striving also, to deliver municipal services more efficiently and effectively, especially as the city continues to do more with less. Over the past year, the city experienced significant financial challenges, including the ongoing impacts of the state's decision to dissolve local redevelopment agencies. The State Department of Finance a few days ago finally allowed the city to be able to use more than $14 million in unspent redevelopment bond proceeds. That money will help the Conejo Valley Unified School District, Thousand Oaks Boulevard businesses, Newberry Road businesses, and our residents. The council managed to adopt a balanced budget as required. We finally introduced pension reform, which helped to balance the budget. It truly helped to have our employees and their unions agree to pay the employee share of pension costs. I thank them all for their cooperation during one of the most difficult labor negotiations. The city also wrestled with difficult public utility issues. For example, council adopted comprehensive water and wastewater financial plans. We did this to ensure the long-term viability of these essential utilities. The council also approved solid waste franchise agreements with Waste Management and GI Industries. And I'm proud to point out that residential rates will actually go down, not up. And the council made changes to the city's campaign finance law. The contribution limit was raised to $500. In other areas, we are now more in line with state law, and all of this happened with thorough, healthy debates in 3 public meetings. It was a good example of the council trying to work together. We certainly accomplished a lot this year. The city is now transitioning to the next 50 years, and in case you haven't noticed, we are rebuilding our aging infrastructure. Some projects underway are the Wendy 101 bridge improvements with a more free-flowing interchange for drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists. The Lynn Road Improvement Project, which has added 2.5 miles of bike lanes and sidewalks. The Erbs Road Improvement Project, which improves pedestrian and equestrian safety. And finally, the long-awaited 101-23 interchange project. It will break ground next month. It's the busiest in all of Ventura County, and relieving the regional bottleneck has been a top priority for many years. Former council member Dennis Gillette was a fierce advocate while he served on the Ventura County Transportation Commission. And he told me he's very pleased that the groundbreaking is finally happening. This was also a good year for public safety. Each year, the FBI releases crime data for all law enforcement agencies in the U.S. For several years, Thousand Oaks has ranked in the top 10 safest city with a population of over 100,000. But the newest statistics rank Thousand Oaks as the #1 safest city in California and the 4th safest city in the nation. Thank you. Thank you to the police. Kudos to the men and women of the police department and to its leader, Police Chief Randy Pentis. But I am a little sad. Randy announced his retirement next February. So we will miss you, but we wish you all the best. So thank you for your service. Credit also goes, of course, to our well-informed and responsive citizens, as well as businesses. Their vigilance and awareness help keep this community safe. I'd like to recognize the outstanding work of our fire department. Thank you to all the firefighters, including District Fire Chief Mark Lorenzen and TO Fire Chief Ted Smith. I know you're here in the audience. Thank you very much. Everyone worked day and night during the Springs Fire incident in May to protect residences, businesses, and open space. And as everybody in the country now knows, more than 20,000 acres were burned, yet not a single home burned. So thank you very much for that. Also, soon, Fire Station number 35 in Newberry Park will move from an old and very small station on Hillcrest Drive, right next to the 101 freeway, to a much better location on Mitchell Road. This was a great example of how the city and county continue to work collaboratively to achieve a positive win-win outcome. Having healthy partnerships with other agencies and organizations translates into success. Some examples are Ventura County, neighboring cities, the Park Districts, many mansions, Area Housing Authority, Los Robles Hospital, and good luck to Greg Engel. I'm not sure if you were here today, but congratulations on your promotion. And CLU, KCLU, and of course, the Chamber. One of our newest joint ventures is a tourism collaborative with the Chamber of Commerce and the cities of Agoura Hills and Thousand Oaks. Studies show that for every $1 spent on lodging at a local hotel, $7 will be returned to the local economy. The new Tourism Improvement District is chaired by Hyatt General Manager David Coonan. David, can you please stand to be recognized? If you're in here. I know you are. There you are. Okay. Thank you. I wasn't sure whether you were running around. And the tourism district will help increase local hotel occupancy, and it will provide funding to publicize and manage the many attractions we have in the Conejo Valley. For example, this tourism collaborative will have to work very hard to find a replacement for the Tiger Woods Golf Tournament, which just concluded its 14th year at Lake Sherwood. And speaking of golf, the city-owned Los Robles Golf Course had a big milestone with the grand opening of its beautiful outdoor event facility. You have to see it. It's really quite nice. Our partner, John Barr, and everyone at Eagle Golf does a great job managing this golf course. Another notable partnership is the sister city formation with the Xibei district of Qingdao, China. We have a great committee of local businesses, the Chamber of Commerce, CLU, the City of Thousand Oaks, the Center for Asian Performing Arts, and various community leaders. The goal is to stimulate culture, education, and tourism between the two cities. Some of those who made this venture possible are here with us today, and I'd like to recognize Debbie Chang, if you can please rise, Cavaliere Rosemarie Licata, Beatrice Restivo, and we thank you for all your efforts. Thank you. There is yet another partner that has helped shape Thousand Oaks into the enviable community that it is, and that is the Conejo Recreation and Park District, and they just celebrated their 50th anniversary. Thousand Oaks is blessed to have 60 parks and recreation facilities, almost 16,000 acres of open space, more than 100 miles of trails, and more than 3,000 recreational programs. You name it, and the CRPD has got it. Without you, Thousand Oaks wouldn't be as much fun. Would the CRPD board members and staff please stand to be recognized? And speaking of open space, the city is working with the Rasnow family to acquire 60 acres of crucial open space. This potential acquisition is still in the works and will take some time. But once it's done, it will connect missing links and complete the Los Robles Trail, which has been a very long goal of the city. Thank you to Tina Rasnow and her mother Eleanor, who are here today, for partnering with the community. Thank you. Of course, the arts are a major partner too. We renovated the Kavli Theater lobby and booked new top-notch performances to help keep our arts and entertainment community vibrant. The Alliance for the Arts is praised by the National Endowment for the Arts for its successful public-private partnership as the fundraising arm for the theaters. The city will continue to work together to bring awareness of arts to our community. I'd also like to recognize the city's 3 resident companies. We have the New West Symphony, Cabrillo Music Theater, and Pacific Festival Ballet. They have helped bring first-rate live professional theater to our city with their variety of shows and outstanding quality. As the New West Symphony enters its 19th season, it continues to provide musical excellence with talented musicians and its Masterpiece series. Thank you to the trio, which we heard during the lunch, Ilya Serov on trumpet and vocals, Mark Lebrun, piano, and Kevin Ast on bass, for providing us outstanding entertainment today, and it was indeed the first live entertainment at any State of the City address, so thank you. I hope you liked it. We should do it every time, every year. Cabrillo enters into its 20th anniversary year with a special Moving Forward, Looking Back theme, and will present their musical in January with Forever Plaid. I always look forward to the Pacific Festival Ballet performances, including the Nutcracker this holiday season. It's the only Nutcracker that guarantees 100% of snow. Will the board members and directors of each arts organization please stand? I'm not sure if Shaban Hill is here with the Alliance and the board members. I know we do have some. Natalia Staneva with the Symphony, board members as well. Don't be afraid, you can stand. Louis with the Cabrillo Music Theater, if you're here today. And Lori Sorensen's with the, over there with the Pacific Festival Ballet. Thank you all very much. Most stage performances start with a written word, be it a script or a book. And there is no better place to discover the love of writing and reading than at the Thousand Oaks Library. For the past 7 years, the One City, One Book reading program has been a huge success. It features many best-selling authors and has drawn more than 23,000 people. This year, the community read The Art of Fielding by Chad Harbach. And I'm not sure, were you there, Jackie? Yes, Jackie attended that one. If you haven't been to the library lately, well, my boys drag me there all the time. We have entered the 21st century with new innovations, including self-checkout machines. My twins think they're the coolest machines, and sometimes I wonder if that's really the reason why they want to be at the library all the time. The library has more electronic materials, ebooks, and downloadable audiobooks. Our historical photo collection continues to grow, and I'd like to thank Ed Lawrence, who is here with us today, for all of his contributions to our 50th anniversary calendar. Thank you. He is indeed a local legend. By the way, you are the first to get a sneak peek at this calendar. We have samples for you, for all of you here today. These are prototypes, so the final version is coming soon, so please enjoy the calendar. An area very near and dear to me are all of the local charitable groups which serve our wonderful community. When we think of charity organizations, it is important to also recognize the community's exemplary public and private schools. Two schools I'd like to recognize in particular are Lorena and St. Patrick's Episcopal Day School. More than just strong learning institutions, these schools have made a positive impact in our community. Each grade level at St. Patrick's Day School, for example, from kindergarten to 6th grade, is assigned a particular community service. Students collect and deliver food to the Manna Food Bank. They collect and deliver clothes and household items to the Mad Attic Thrift Store. And 3rd grade recycles bottles for cash and donates the money to a charity chosen by the class. They also have fun preparing care packages for our troops overseas with items they collected at school. Thank you, Mrs. Whitson, would you please stand, of St. Patrick's Day School, for all your hard work and commitment to community service. Hard work also paid off big at Lorena High School this year. Lorena received the National Blue Ribbon School Award by the State Department of Education. It is the highest national distinction a school can receive. Lorena is known for academics, but students also donate 13,000 hours of community service each year. They participate in school-wide projects, school-wide service projects like Adopt a Family. They raise funds for their sister school in Uganda or spend time with the elderly. Congratulations to Lorena Principal Dr. Shannon Gomez, who is here today, as well as faculty and staff and all the dedicated students at Lorena. Several of our outstanding public schools also have received National Blue Ribbon Awards. And we have Conejo Valley Unified Superintendent Dr. Jeff Barstad here with us today, who announced a few days ago that 7 elementary schools have been nominated for California Distinguished School Awards. Congratulations to the school board and Dr. Barstad and all the teachers for your hard work. Now, please join me in taking a closer look at how much of a difference philanthropy, charity, and service make in our community.
When Mom was first coming to live with me, I knew that was going to be a big change in all of our lives, and I knew it was going to be hard.
I think the one thing that we have to understand is being with somebody with dementia 24 hours a day is very taxing, and it can really wear you out.
I am her arms and legs. I get her out of bed, I feed her, and I just need the break that they offer, and I need to know that she's happy and cared for while I'm having that break.
We're a 38-year-old nonprofit in this community, and quite frankly, often we have people come in our front doors and say, we never knew that you folks existed. And probably that's because most people don't seek us out until they need our help. So our mission is to support seniors and family caregivers in our community, and we do that in a variety of ways. We have an adult day program for seniors that have cognitive impairment or physical frailty who can't be at home during the day. We have pro bono financial services to help seniors and family caregivers with debt management, retirement planning, long-term care planning. And we also have our new Caregiver Center, who is there to support family caregivers who are stressed and feeling alone in dealing with issues with their aging loved ones.
When we first took my mom in, she was really quiet, kind of withdrawn, wasn't really getting the attention that she really needed. After being with Senior Concerns and living with us and having that constant interaction with both family and community people at Senior Concerns, it's made it, she's unbelievable. My mom's health is outstanding. She's able to communicate, she smiles, she's, she has fun. She doesn't remember being there, but whatever it was, when she was there, she had a great time.
We have fantastic volunteers at Senior Concerns, folks that come in and sing and dance and run art programs for us. In addition to that, we have a great group of volunteers that delivers Meals on Wheels in our community in both Thousand Oaks and Newbury Park. And those folks are not only delivering nutritious lunch and dinner, but on top of it, they're providing a friendly face. Sometimes it's the only face that the senior sees all day long. And often those folks are helping the senior. Can I take out your garbage? Can I help you with a project? Can I mail a letter for you? So it really is a wonderful way to touch directly a human being, a senior in particular.
Senior Concerns is one of the biggest benefits to this community.
It's just a very positive place to take somebody that you need to put with people that you trust. And I trust the people with Senior Concerns.
It's very affordable and the care is amazing.
I'll tell you, it's the most valuable dollar I spend.
We're all going to get old if we're lucky enough to get old.
And it's something that I owe her. That's just, as far as I'm concerned, somebody's got to take care of me someday. And I'm setting an example for my children too.
Our mission is to provide affordable housing and life-enriching services to those members of our community most in need. We develop, own, and manage rental complexes restricted to those who are low income, to seniors, those that have special needs.
I've lived here at Richmond Terrace about 2.5 years. I'm disabled, I can't work anymore, I'm on a fixed income. And I thought, oh my gosh, my animals and we could be homeless. I needed the help of many mansions and housing authority. And they kind of just came up together. And when they called me, they said, we have a place for you. And they said, the next couple days, come on in and sign the papers. And I said, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
We have over 1,300 residents and 14 properties. And most people do not even know that there are many mansions. We have a range of 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. And usually the feedback I get is how clean they are, how spacious they are, how well maintained they are. They like the fact that we do all the maintenance and janitorial work, so we're very responsive to any needs. If something is broken, we're fixing that the next day. And in return, I think our residents are very respectful of that, respectful of their individual housing. They keep it clean, they want it maintained, and they're quite insistent that the property remain so.
I love it here. I feel comfortable. I feel this is where I'm supposed to be. And if I had a chance to pick where I wanted to live, it would have been here.
I see over the next couple of years us to continue to expand throughout Ventura County, Not just Thousand Oaks, but Simi Valley, Camarillo, and even Oxnard and Ventura. What we wish for people to know is that in our community, we do need affordable housing. We need a range of housing. We need housing for different segments of our population, and that many mansions serves a very important segment of that population. Many in our community sometimes feel that there's no need or no reason to have housing for those families and individuals who are low income. But in fact, our community does have that population, and we are there providing their housing needs.
When they stepped in when they did, because it was the most bleak time of my life, I can honestly say Mini Mansions has saved my life. And I wish that list was a lot shorter so that they can help many more people. And in any way, if I can help, I'm there.
Well, I can't really afford medical insurance. Our company has a plan, but it's pretty costly. They don't pay very much.
I work at the school district, and I don't make as much as I, can with 3 children, and so I needed some help.
Even with the new affordable health care, I've looked into it now. The premiums are actually pretty good, but the deductible's more than 1/3 of our combined yearly salary.
The mission of the Conejo Free Clinic is to provide folks access to medical and legal and counseling services. For instance, there may be folks in the community who have a very high deductible or who only have emergency care. And so those people might go without preventative care, or they might wait until it's too late.
If I wouldn't have gone, I wouldn't have known my blood pressure and my cholesterol were so high. They told me that if I didn't get it under control, it could turn into diabetes, diabetes could kill you. So it's saving my life.
If the Conejo Free Clinic did not exist, I think I would be really suffering right now, because before I didn't know that I could get these shots, and I would flare up with the psoriasis all over my body basically. And without these shots, I was miserable, in tears. My husband would see me at night. So we needed some answers, we needed some help. And the Conejo Free Clinic is the ones that helped me.
Hi Sally, I'm Trisha, I'm the nurse. Nice to meet you. The doctor said you needed to get a screening mammogram, so I'm going to go ahead and get that form filled out for you, okay?
We can and do save lives. We have a brain surgeon that comes to the Conejo Free Clinic, and when he's there, he practices general medicine. We have providers from Amgen, Kaiser, Los Robles Hospital, UCLA. These are some of the finest doctors in the community. All of these professionals come with their extreme talent and volunteer their time. So it's not substandard care by virtue of being a free clinic. Rather, it's very, very intense, high quality care that they're receiving.
The reception area, the administration, and the doctors themselves treat you like a human being. They just go out of their way to make you feel comfortable. And to me, that's how a professional works.
It was just going like to a regular hospital or doctor visit, and even better, because he took the time to talk to me.
The Conejo Free Clinic is available to anyone who needs our services. We do not disqualify anyone by virtue of what county they live in, or do not base it on what their incomes are. We do appropriately screen patients when they come to us, but nobody's going to be turned away.
The Conejo Free Clinic didn't charge me anything. Even the lab work, I had to go to a different facility for lab work to have blood drawn and everything. Conejo Free Clinic paid for that also. I've had to do lab work 3 times and they've paid for it every time.
Those shots are $1,000 each. So for me, not having to pay for them is a really great thing.
90% of the donations made to the Conejo Free Clinic go directly back into the services. And if you add up all of the in-kind services between the professionals' time, labs, imaging, it's about $1.5 million worth of value that we're putting back into the community.
I know there's more people that are probably in the same situation that I'm in, that we can't afford the medical insurance that's out there, and we really wouldn't have anywhere else to go if it wasn't for that free clinic.
This is a very interesting time for healthcare, and people are using our services for the first time. Until things settle and level off, I anticipate that the clinic will be busier, not only seeing patients, but acting as a liaison to communicate other resources that are available in the community to people who may not understand where to go.
We're up to about 3,300 kids that we serve every year in our community. You know, we started out, we're a fairly young organization, started out in 2001, and we built our first club in 2003. We're up to 6 clubs already now in 2013. The mission of the Boys and Girls Club is to enhance the lives of young people and their family through academic success, healthy lifestyles, as well as building leadership and citizenship and character. Young people, let's say, come before school, they come at noon hour, as well as they come after school. As well as we have a lot of very specialized type programs. You'll see a computer room, all set up with the same software that the schools have. We have a very significant music program, thanks to the Carpenters, Richard and Mary Carpenter. So we have sports type programs, cooking classes and healthy lifestyles. We have glee clubs, we have dance groups, kids have a chance to perform. So a lot of specialized programs that kids find of interest and that can enhance their skills, as well as very strong STEM programs, you know, science, technology, engineering, and math, which are very important to the young people.
I've been going to the Boys and Girls Club since 4th grade. I usually hang out with my friends, or I'm in like drama, torch club. Drama is my favorite activity because it's fun. We rehearse lines and we get a part and then we perform it after, and it's fun.
I've been going to the Boys and Girls Club since I was in 6th grade. They have an art room, which I really like because if I don't have homework or I just really want to do art, I go in there and usually I sketch something or paint something, and it's really fun. And then they have Glee Club where I get to sing. I've only done one production for it, but I was this main solo and it was really fun and exciting.
The Boys and Girls Club helped me personally because I am a single mom, and it can be really challenging, so I also work full-time. So I'm able to drop them off in the morning before I go to my office in Westlake, and then I work all day, and then if I have to stay later to complete something before the end of the day, I know that they're safe, I know where they are, so I don't even have to consider that while I'm working during the day.
Truly, our kids are not the kids that are out there committing crimes, the drugs, the alcohol type problems that we have. I truly believe strongly, and there's studies to back me up, as well as talking to people like Sheriff Dean, that we are accomplishing those kind of things, of building that citizenship, helping to reduce crime. You know, I think there's a sense of the people that believe that these young people are our future, like I do, you know, kind of get it. And what I always want to have as a volunteer or a donor, come to our clubs, see it in action. See the kids, you know, participating in programs. See the kids having fun.
Once school is over, we usually go to Boys and Girls Club, and you have about half an hour to like put your stuff away and grab something to eat, and then you have an hour worth, like where we call it power hour, and you do your homework there. When I'm on homework or if I need help, the staff members are always there, and they usually know how to do it, and so it's helped.
The Boys and Girls Club has benefited me because my grades weren't so great in elementary school, and then once I started going to the Boys and Girls Club and really focusing on homework and things that were important to me, then my grades have been rising up from an F to an A. I don't think I'd be the same person without the Boys and Girls Club because I wasn't able to sing in front of people. Once I got into the singing activities there, then I can pretty much sing in front of people, but I was so afraid before.
I think if we didn't have the Boys and Girls Club in our community, the girls, I know from my girls, they would miss out on so many fantastic activities and so many fantastic opportunities to express the things that mean the most to them. Through music, through art, they've made some great friendships, and there's some fantastic staff members there, and they would have missed all of that wonderful opportunity to grow and to learn and enjoy the things that they enjoy the most once homework's done.
I would like to thank and recognize our TOTV crew for doing an outstanding job putting this together. Thank you. Several persons featured in this video are here with us today. Would you please stand to be recognized? From the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you, Mr. Angelini. Many Mansions, Rick Schrader, I know you're here today. There you are. Penny, hi Penny. And Teresa Seeley from the Conejo Free Clinic, thank you. And Senior Concerns, thank you. Andrea and David Kaplan, yes. Thank you. It is truly remarkable what we're able to accomplish together in this community. And on behalf of the entire City Council, I thank you so much for doing that. Thank you. I do want to say that thanks to Many Mansions, the residents at the Ranch Mobile Home Park are able to get some new electrical wiring and outlet installations that they desperately needed, and Many Mansions stepped up last week. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Well, I covered just some of the city's most notable achievements over the past year. To see a full report of the city's achievements, you can view the new Goals and Objectives report on the city's website. Now I'd like to take a look at what's in store for the year ahead. There will be many exciting things taking place, in particular, our city's 50th anniversary celebration. We have to chart the best course for the future as our founders did 50 years ago. Our recreational activities, open space, and infrastructure are the results of decades of planning and vision. And it will take a shared vision and new technology to preserve it all. First, the city is absolutely thrilled that the Amgen Tour of California will return to Thousand Oaks next year in 2014. As mayor, I've made it a priority to encourage race officials to bring the event back. We will host the start and finish of the final stage on Sunday, May 18th, and this is the 4th time since the tour started in 2006 that we are part of it. The race will include our neighbors in Westlake Village and Agora Hills, and we are excited to collaborate with the Chamber, businesses, and the Tourism District to make this event an even bigger success. And lots of kudos to staff, in particular Drew Powers. Andrew Powers, where are you seated? In the back there. Thank you so much. You played a vital role. Also, Kristen Davis, thank you very much for helping with that. We will also improve our senior services. The Council on Aging presented its Senior Master Plan update with a focus on health, housing, recreation, transportation, and volunteering. I look forward to seeing more social, wellness, and educational programs to meet the needs and interests of our seniors. City technology is getting better, finally. The public can now download agendas and documents on their iPads or tablets. In fact, I ran the first council meeting this year off my iPad. It was a little tricky at first, but I got used to it. Most council members and city staff access documents electronically on personal iPads now, and I think that's most of us. We have launched several social media platforms. We have a budget transparency tool on our website, and our paper newsletter is now electronic. Over the last few months, we have been working on ways to engage the community on a new blueprint for the next 50 years. We will soon ask for input from our residents and businesses to ensure the city's future success. A new tool called Engage TO makes it easier for residents not only to complain, but also to provide feedback or share ideas on hot topics. We have to remember the residents are our boss. We also hosted our first Council in Your Community offsite meeting in Dos Vientos, and we look forward to our second meeting in February at CLU. As part of our efforts to better connect with our community, I am excited to unveil for the first time, there you have it, to you all today, our new mobile city hall. No, we're not having council meetings and they're driving around town, but you will be able to meet and greet staff, find out what's happening around town, and learn about new projects. So when you leave today, please stop and take a look. You can't miss it. It's parked right out front. A list of locations and dates when the mobile unit will be coming to your neighborhood will be available online. And as I conclude my presentation, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the hard work of our city staff and our executive team. Would you please all stand? That includes you, Mr. Mitnick. You know who you are, the executive team. The city truly appreciates everything that you have done over the year. Thank you all to the city employees for helping to build a bridge to the future this year. Any solid city is only as strong as its employees and its leaders. And I must say that our council has come a long way in tearing down long-standing barriers. At the outset of my term as mayor, I wanted to show that politics doesn't have to be a blood sport. I was relieved that my colleagues felt the same way. I believe the council dynamics changed for the better a year ago. When we had the addition of a new council member, we finally had 5 council members because we were operating with just 4, and that was Al Adam. We finally operated with a full council of 5 members. And I dare say that the rifts of the past seem to be vanishing bit by bit. It was up to each and every one of us to make a change and to usher in a new era of civility and peace. And I thank my colleagues for making it possible. Thank you. For the last few days, U.S. flags across the country and at City Hall have been flowing at half-staff in honor of former South African President Nelson Mandela. Today was a memorial service for him in Johannesburg. While there may be some of you who were not particularly fond of Mandela, there is absolutely no doubt that he was a historic, unique peacemaker. Mandela encouraged us to work toward a common goal, to always strive for peace, and to compromise when necessary. He said, quote, "You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. Great peacemakers are all people of integrity, of honesty, but humility," unquote. Let us remember that achieving truce or peace is hard work. In fact, it's never-ending work. But I'm encouraged by these past 12 months that we can all continue to the good work that we have started, also for the good of our people, and so we can cross that bridge into the city's future. Thank you all again for being here today, for sharing in this wonderful event. I hope you have a great afternoon, and I hope to see many of you tonight at the City Council's reorganization at 6 o'clock at the Schur Forum. Thank you.